Ladies and gentlemen, you know what's holding you back? It's not your circumstances, not your environment, not even your past. It's the way you think about yourself. You've been taught to downplay your potential, to fit in with everyone else, to doubt whether you're capable. Well, I'm here to tell you enough is enough. You've got to stop acting like the world is doing you a favor by allowing you to be here. You're here because you are meant to be the best. You need to understand something crucial right now. You have power within you that you've barely scratched the surface of. I'm talking about a level of potential that is far beyond what you can imagine. Too many people walk around thinking they are just ordinary, that they're just like everyone else. But I'm here to tell you that you are not ordinary. You are not like everyone else. You were not created to simply fit in. You were born with everything you need to succeed, to thrive, to become unstoppable. But the problem is, too many of you are playing small. You're limiting yourself with your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and the way you see the world. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. The boundaries you think are out there, stopping you from reaching your goals, those are just illusions. They are mental constructs that you've built up over time based on your past experiences, based on what others have told you, or based on your own fears. You have been programmed to think small, to doubt, and to hold back. But I'm telling you now, this stops today. When you start to realize the depth of your power, everything changes. The way you approach challenges changes. The way you see opportunities changes. The way you take action changes. You realize that you're not waiting for permission to be great. You are already great. You have greatness inside of you right now, and it's waiting to be unleashed. It's up to you whether you let it out or keep it locked away. You are capable of far more than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. When you learn how to harness it, when you stop underestimating it, when you stop thinking you're not good enough, that's when the world starts to open up to you. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't do, especially not yourself. Don't allow fear or doubt to control you. You have the power to change everything. It's about shifting your mindset and owning the fact that you are not like everyone else. You are a force of nature. Every successful person, every person who has ever achieved anything extraordinary understands this principle. They understand that they are capable of greatness, and they refuse to settle for anything less than what they deserve. They don't wait for the perfect moment to start. They don't wait for things to get easier. They just act, and they act with the belief that they have the power to overcome anything that stands in their way. It's time to realize that you are a creator, a force to be reckoned with. You are not some bystander in life waiting for things to happen. You are the one who makes things happen. It starts with you taking responsibility for your own potential, for your own success. When you embrace that power, when you finally believe that you can do what you've always dreamed of doing, nothing will be able to stop you. So stop playing small. Stop hiding behind your doubts. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission. The world is waiting for you to step up and show them what you're capable of. And the only person who's standing in the way is you. You have what it takes. You have the power. Now it's time to act like it. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. And you build it by choosing to believe in yourself every single day. Too many people walk through life waiting for the world to give them a reason to be confident. They wait for a validation and approval or some kind of recognition, but let me tell you something, the world doesn't owe you anything. You need to stop waiting for the world to tell you you're worthy, because you are. Confidence is not about having all the answers or being perfect or never failing. It's about knowing deep down in your core that no matter what happens, you've got this. It's about standing tall in the face of adversity and saying, I'm going to find a way. Confidence is the foundation for everything you will accomplish in your life. It's the thing that drives you to go harder, to push through when things get tough, to put yourself out there even when you're scared. You don't need anyone's permission to be confident. You don't need a pat on the back to tell you that you're capable. Confidence comes from within. It's a decision you make when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am good enough. I am capable. I am worthy of everything I want to achieve. It's about acknowledging the power you already have, the potential you already possess. You don't have to wait for someone to notice it. Start noticing it for yourself. Most people walk around defeated by their past, by their failures, by the mistakes they've made. They let those things define them. They think they can't move forward because of their history, but that's just a lie. Your past does not have the power to control your future unless you give it that power. You need to realize that your worth is not determined by past failures. Your worth is determined by your willingness to get up and keep moving forward. Confidence grows the moment you stop letting your mistakes hold you hostage. It's about learning from the past, but not being chained by it. You are stronger, smarter, and more capable than you give yourself credit for. When you step into your confidence, you stop second-guessing yourself. You stop apologizing for who you are. You stop making excuses. You stop pretending to be something you're not. Confidence means owning who you are in all your flaws and imperfections. It means showing up as the real, unapologetic version of yourself, because that's the version the world needs. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Confidence is not about being better than the person next to you. It's about being the best version of you. Don't measure your worth by someone else's standards. I don't look at other people's success and think, that's not for me. It is for you. It's all for you. There is no one on this planet who is more equipped to achieve your dreams than you are. When you own your confidence, you stop holding yourself back. You stop letting the fear of judgment, the fear of rejection, or the fear of failure control you. Confidence doesn't mean you won't fail. In fact, it means you will fail, and you will fail forward. Confidence means you have the courage to try, to get up and to keep going, no matter how many times you fall. The real test of confidence is not in the victories, but in how you handle the setbacks. Do you get up and keep fighting, or do you stay down defeated by the first sign of struggle? Confidence is about pushing through those moments, not retreating from them. It's about getting comfortable with discomfort and knowing that every failure is just a stepping stone to something bigger and better. You don't need to have all the answers today, but you need to believe in yourself enough to take the first step. You need to trust that as you move forward, the answers will come. Confidence is built by taking action, by making decisions, and by sticking to them, even when the going gets tough. Every step you take in the direction of your dreams is a step toward reinforcing that belief in yourself. So start today. Look yourself in the mirror, and with every ounce of belief you can muster, say it, I am confident, I am capable, I am enough. Every time you speak those words, you plant a seed that will grow into something powerful. The more you believe in yourself, the more others will begin to believe in you too. You'll walk into rooms with your head held high, knowing that you're there because you belong there. And don't ever let anyone tell you differently. Confidence is the foundation on which all your dreams will be built. It's the thing that will carry you through the darkest times and light the path to success. Stop waiting for the world to tell you that you're worthy. You're already worthy. Now go out and act like IT. Let me make something crystal clear. There is absolutely no room for excuses. None. No more saying I can't or it's too hard. Every time you let those words slip out of your mouth, you're giving yourself an excuse to remain mediocre, an excuse to keep playing small. If you want to act like you're the best, you've got to stop looking for reasons why you can't and start looking for reasons why you must. You cannot afford to allow weakness to take hold of you. I think about it, the best don't look for excuses. They look for solutions. They don't throw in the towel when the going gets tough. They rise to the occasion. They find a way to adapt. They evolve. The best are relentless in their pursuit of success because they know there's no other option. When they hit a wall, they don't stop. They find a way through it, around it, or over it. They turn every setback into a stepping stone. and you're no different. The only thing holding you back right now is the story you're telling yourself about what's possible. You've been conditioned to think that your obstacles are too big to overcome. But let me tell you something, no matter how big your challenges seem, no matter how overwhelming your circumstances might be, there is always a way forward. The problem is, most people give up when the going gets tough. They're too comfortable with their excuses, too comfortable with their limitations. But that's not who you are, and that's not who you're meant to be. The best don't let anything stand in their way. They don't use obstacles as reasons to quit, they use them as fuel to drive them further. When they face adversity, they don't shrink back, they attack it head on, knowing that the fight is part of the process. The greater the struggle, the greater the reward. So what do you do when you hit that wall? You push through it. You don't back down. You don't look for someone to blame. And you certainly don't make excuses. If you're serious about being the best, you need to hold yourself accountable every single day. Stop looking for sympathy. Stop expecting handouts, and stop expecting things to be easy. Life is tough. But you're tougher. You have the strength, the power, and the resilience to rise above any challenge. I want you to think about this. How many successful people do you know who haven't faced adversity? How many top-tier performers have you seen who didn't have to overcome massive obstacles to get to where they are? The truth is, adversity is the breeding ground for greatness. If you're facing tough times right now, if you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, congratulations, you're on the path to success. But here's the catch, you cannot let that adversity become an excuse. You can't let the pain, the disappointment, or the difficulty control your actions. It's time to stop whining about your problems and start doing something about them. When you act like you're the best, you don't look for reasons to quit. You look for reasons to push harder. You look for ways to improve. You make it non-negotiable that you will rise above no matter what it takes. Every time you face a challenge, you have two choices. You can either let it break you, or you can use it to build you. The best choose the latter. They see every difficulty as an opportunity for growth, every failure as a lesson in what not to do next time. And they don't make excuses. When you act like you're the best, you know that excuses are just the crutches of the weak. They are the things that hold you back from reaching your true potential. So let me be blunt. If you're not willing to do whatever it takes to succeed, then stop pretending like you want it. Because the best aren't interested in half-hearted effort. They don't quit when it gets tough. They don't allow themselves to make excuses. They don't let weakness take root. They know that success demands relentless effort and total commitment, and they're willing to put in the work no matter the cost. It's time to cut the excuses. It's time to stop playing small. The world doesn't owe you anything. It's up to you to go out and claim what you want. And if you're serious about becoming the best, then stop making excuses and start taking massive action. The world is waiting for you to show up, and when you do, you better believe you're going to leave your mark. No excuses, no weaknesses, only strength, determination, and an unyielding commitment to greatness. Discipline is the single most powerful force in the universe when it comes to success. It's the difference between the dreamers and the doers, the talkers and the achievers. If you want to be the best, if you want to stand head and shoulders above the rest, you need to develop relentless discipline. This isn't about waiting for inspiration to strike or hoping for the right circumstances. This is about making the decision right here, right now, to commit to consistent action, no matter the challenges or obstacles that arise. Motivation is fleeting. One day you feel like conquering the world, and the next you're questioning your purpose. If you're relying on motivation to fuel your success, you're doomed to fail. It's unreliable. It's weak. But discipline is a constant. Discipline doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment, and it doesn't depend on how you're feeling on any given day. It is the fire that burns in the background regardless of external conditions. When you act with discipline, your actions become non-negotiable. You don't get to skip the work. You don't get to choose comfort over progress. Success doesn't care if you're tired, if you're frustrated, or if you'd rather be somewhere else. It only cares about the work you're willing to put in. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful isn't talent, it's discipline. Most people don't understand this. They want the rewards, but they're unwilling to do what's necessary to earn them. You have to be the exception. You have to understand that the grind is where the magic happens. The early mornings, the late nights, the sweat, the sacrifices, they are all part of the process. But you can't just do it when it's convenient. You have to do it even when you're exhausted, when you don't feel like it, when every part of you screams for a break. That's when you dig in. That's when you push harder than ever before. Discipline is what will carry you through the tough days. It's what will keep you going when everyone else has fallen off. When the obstacles come, when the doubts creep in, when the pain becomes unbearable, that's where discipline separates the winners from the losers. It's easy to show up when everything is going your way, but the real test comes when things get difficult. If you want to be the best, you don't quit when it's hard. You show up, and you keep pushing forward with every ounce of strength you have. What separates people who make it from those who don't is the ability to stay the course. Most people give up after a few setbacks. They take one punch to the face and they retreat, hoping for a better day. Not you. Not if you want to be the best. You take the punch and keep moving forward. You take the blows and use them to fuel your next step. Every failure, every mistake, every moment you're pushed to your limit, it's all part of the path to success. You cannot afford to wait for motivation to strike. You cannot afford to be at the mercy of your feelings. You have to make discipline your habit, your mindset, and your way of life. If you're serious about being the best, then every day is a new opportunity to prove that you will do whatever it takes to succeed. Every single day you have to show up, no matter how tired you are, no matter how many obstacles are in your way. This is what separates the good from the great. This is what makes you unstoppable. So start today. Stop waiting for the perfect time or the perfect conditions. Take action now. Make discipline your foundation and let it drive you toward the success you deserve. When you become a master of discipline, you become a master of your destiny. And that, my friend, is how you become the best. When you decide to act as if you are the best, you must understand that your expectations will shape the trajectory of your life. Too many people set their goals based on what they think is realistic, based on what they believe they can achieve with their current resources, skills, or circumstances. But let me tell you this, realistic is a lie. That word limits you. That word convinces you to settle. You have to obliterate the idea of what's realistic and start thinking on a massive scale. The truth is, you are capable of achieving things far beyond what you think is possible. You have untapped potential inside of you that is waiting to explode, and the only thing standing in your way is your own small thinking. When you act as if you're the best, you raise the bar not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Mediocrity is no longer an option. You must refuse to settle for anything less than exceptional results. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who don't allow themselves to be confined by what others believe is possible. They expect more from themselves. They expect the best. Setting massive goals means you stop aiming for the bare minimum. It means you shoot for the stars, even when the odds seem stacked against you. When you set a massive goal, it forces you to think differently. It challenges you to develop new strategies, to acquire new skills, to push harder than you ever thought possible. If you set a goal that doesn't scare you a little bit, you're not aiming high enough. The best don't think in terms of easy wins, they think in terms of greatness. They aim for what others might consider impossible because they understand that when you expect the best, you open up a whole new world of possibilities. But here's the thing about massive goals, they will make you uncomfortable. They will stretch you, challenge you, and test your resolve. They will force you to confront your limitations and destroy your comfort zone. That's the whole point. If you want to get to a level where no one is better than you must be willing to go through the fire, to embrace the pain and discomfort that come with leveling up. You need to stop being afraid of failure. Failure isn't something to avoid, it's a lesson. It's the result of pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible. When you set massive goals, you create a sense of urgency in your life. You no longer have the luxury of procrastinating or waiting for the perfect moment. The best understand that time waits for no one. So they act. And they act now. The longer you wait, the more opportunities pass you by. The people who are playing small are the ones who are waiting for things to line up just right. They want all the stars to align before they make a move. The best don't wait for things to be perfect. They move when they see the opportunity and trust that they can figure it out along the way. To expect the best results, you have to be willing to put in the work that most people are too lazy or scared to do. You can't just talk about success, you have to act as if it's already yours. When you commit to setting massive goals, you create an energy that propels you forward, an energy that no one can stop. It pushes you through the toughest times. When challenges come, you'll look at them as opportunities to grow, not as roadblocks. Every setback will become a stepping stone to greater success. Massive goals force you to elevate your thinking, your actions, and your vision. And when you do that, you don't just achieve the goals, you blow past them. You achieve things you never even dreamed were possible because you were bold enough to expect greatness. You were bold enough to expect nothing less than the best results. And let me be clear, when you set massive goals, when you start expecting the best from yourself, you will attract the best. You will attract opportunities, people, and situations that match your energy and your ambition. So don't be afraid to set the highest of goals. Don't be afraid to aim for the impossible, because in your mind, nothing is impossible. The only thing standing in your way is your own limited thinking. When you act as if you're the best, you step into your power. You move with confidence, you act with purpose, and you will begin to see results that most people only dream about. Expect nothing less than the best and watch as you start achieving things you never thought possible. So, let me leave you with this: you are capable of far more than you've ever imagined. You are not here by accident. You were born for greatness, and it's time for you to step into that greatness. Stop playing small. Stop doubting your potential. Start expecting the best results. Set goals that make others question your sanity, and push forward relentlessly. The world needs people who will not settle, who will break through barriers, and who will lead with the mindset that they are the best. You have the power to change your life and to create the kind of success that others only dream of. But it starts with one decision, the decision to believe in yourself, to act as if you're the best, and to never settle for less than the best. When you do this, you will become unstoppable. No one will be able to outwork you, outthink you, or outdream you. You are the best now. Go out there and prove it.